I first understood the properties of love when I came into contact with a girl who synchronously I met and started talking to her about life and whatnot, and brought up this cancer condition and what's happening synchronously, or not synchronously, but intuitively. And she allowed me to finish what I was saying, and then finally she says, "Are you sure about that cancer thing?" I said, "Yeah." "Okay, then explain this to me." She said, "I have cancer." She's a young girl, a college student. She was there singing. It was I went with her to observe her sing, not to flirt with her like the binary mind would assume. I knew it was a lesson of some sort. I was directed to meet her. And there I learned a lesson of love. I was born what the structural psychic mind would call a healer, because I can manipulate my chi energy no problem. I didn't have to learn about that. I could always move it around, relieve some pain in individuals, and focus my chi anywhere in my body to relieve pain, just like consciousness around a proton nucleus of an atom may manifest an electron. That's all chi focusing is, localizing the energy, seeing a daisy in your mind. And bound to structure, I was there, and I said, okay, well, she had cancer, and I'm making this, it's a longer story, but I'm trying to shorten it up for you. And so I said, okay, stand up. And usually I could just put my hands over somebody's body and feel where there are problems. I could feel some imbalance. I'm like, okay. So I tried to direct my energy and take away her pain. And then I finished, and I said, so how do you feel? Are you still in pain? She said, yeah. It didn't work. She became anxious then. No, I knew one of the main reasons that I had to go with her to watch her sing is because she was shy. She didn't want me to hear her sing. That type of shame. I knew there was a reason there. It's cancer. Doctor says that I shouldn't even be alive right now. It's only a matter of time. And she started getting anxious, and all of a sudden her breathing turned into this. I said, do you have tumors in your lungs? She said, yeah, they moved to my lungs. And then I realized, okay, the energy manipulation didn't work. Looking for a cure for cancer won't work. And then the Creator did what it does. Look at her. What is she? She's a girl. What is she? She's your creation. What are you? I'm your creation. Did you create her? No. What's a sin, John? Why don't your skin cells attack each other in your body? Why don't your body's cells attack each other when you're healthy? Why don't they steal from each other, lust after each other, try to manipulate each other, take from each other, use each other to seek pleasure and avoid pain? What is that when they do that, John? That's cancer. Does it have anything to do with good or bad, John? Would you design a car that had engine parts that would lie to themselves and each other within the machine, the apparatus? Would that be an efficient design? Would you make the design that way? No. Is it everything to do with good or bad? No. It just works or it doesn't, right? Who loves you? What are you, John? Did you create yourself? That which is inside of you, did you create that? No. Did you create her? No. Were you just looking at her tits? Yep. What is she, John? How would you have viewed this when you were 2 years old, John? What's inside of her? You? How do you feel about what's inside of her? Who's been pulling you out of your rut and showing you and giving you the honor of loving everybody else? You? Who created you? You did? Who's inside of you? You? What are you doing if you hurt another person, John? How do you feel about her, John? Look at her. What's inside of there? What have I done for you? Have you been attacked? Hounded? Tortured? Yep. Did I or did I not pull you out of that like nothing? Is she capable of healing herself, John? You tell me. Who's in her, John? You? And I understood again. I understood when I never had to learn right off the bat. I understood why a child wants to share until they learn not to. And I didn't have to radiate energy at her. I didn't have to point my hand at her. She's talking about her situation, looking away from me, having trouble breathing, and I started to love her. As a creation, I loved her. It was just, I knew she could do it, that she could completely change her own body, and she's disconnected. And something happened, and this energy emerged. Her breathing went from and she sat there and she just looked at the ground. I said, what happened? She said, I don't know. I said, are you still in pain? She said, no. She turned around and she